Hi guys, this is Greg at Best Choice Trailers. Today I want to take you for a walk around a Trac 5x10 tube top 3-board high side. This particular unit we're just going to update our photos and videos of because we haven't done this one for a few years and there's been several updates to this particular model. So everything you see here is standard equipment. There's nothing optional on this particular trailer. So let's take a walk around and show you those standard features. So up front we've got a 2-inch ball, as would be generally standard equipment on a single axle. It's got integrated safety chain holders. It's also got a setback jack, so instead of the standard forward position, it's set back. It'll eliminate potential for hitting your truck tailgate. Also makes it a little bit stronger. It's back closer to your load point. It's also a zinc coated jack. So as with most of your single axles, no brakes here, very simple trailer, 4-flat plug. Pretty much every vehicle is equipped with it. If you don't, you generally are going to have a 7-round. We've got a simple adapter that can adapt from a 7 to a 4 if necessary. So as with a single axle, there are no brakes, no inspections. Generally, Pennsylvania anyway, very cheap to register. It's a $6 a year trailer. Triple tube tongue standard. Gives you some extra strength in the A-frame area. Now, one of the updates to this trailer about a year or so ago, instead of having two separate 2x2 tubes on the corner, they're now using a fabricated corner. It gives it a very clean look, also very functional. You have to have a nice deep corner because, of course, you've got a joint in that corner, so you need to hit each end of the board. So again, very strong looking corner post. Also got a mitered corner, little details that Trac takes pride in. A lot will just do a 90-degree angle there and put a plastic plug in that generally eventually falls out. So they do a 24-inch side. You've got basically 2 inches of angle iron lip on the frame. Then you've got 3 5/4 by 6 treated boards. It's going to take you up to about 20 inches, give or take. You've got about a 2-inch opening and a 2-inch top rail. So they also go a little bit heavier duty all the way around on this trailer. So besides the uprights being 2x2 tube and the top rail being 2x2 tube, they also use a little bit heavier fender on the trailer. Instead of being a traditional Jeep style or smooth, this is the diamond plate fender. You also notice between the 2x2 tube and the fender there, they silicone your joints. And there's a few other areas in the trailer where they do the same. So this trailer's got a 205/75 R15 load range C 6-ply radial tires, standard equipment. Probably within the last year or so, Trac's moved to a silver wheel instead of a white wheel. Just looks a little bit cleaner. Even though the wheels are powder coated, anybody that's had a trailer knows eventually over time they rust, and generally it looks a little cleaner on the silver wheel. So the ramp on this is made from a 2x2 tube. Instead of a lot of times you'll see an angle iron. Another nice little feature on this would be the handle. Gate also on these will fold flat inside the trailer. So you've got 2 pin settings. One, the bottom one will allow it to go up and down. The other one will allow the gate to actually lift to lay down in the bed. This is functionality you don't normally see on most trailers. I would say probably less than 10 to 15% of trailers built have that functionality. You also noticed probably, again, about a year or so ago, Trac moved to the tubular bumper instead of the fab bumper they'd had for many years. It was a nice setup, but this tube bumper is even stronger. Also gives you a nice spot to mount your lights so you don't have to have the shin or knee busting bracket that you would typically see. Now if you look close here, you also see the spring assist on the ramp. Very nice setup. A lot of our customers like the spring design. Now this trailer also has a very well balanced spring, so I went ahead and just opened that with one hand. Shows you, not too hard to do. There would be a shot, laying down inside, and then with one hand I'm going to try to lower this without making a racket. So again, there's your 4-foot gate in the down position. So another one little detail Trac does that's nice on these, they actually do a rear board retainer. So if you ever need to replace the deck, very simple to do so. You just pull those out and very simple to replace. Also, you'll see the wiring's ran in conduit. Actually goes back the A-frame tongue, and then it shoots out the decking conduit. Occasionally I get a customer who will ask if it's surface mount or above, and the answer is it's surface mount. You've got 2x6 pressure treated decking, and then you've got a 1x1.5 tube that runs flush with the top of the deck. Also, standard equipment on these are going to be a spare tire mount. Probably 40% or so of our customers do get a spare. If you got a bracket, it sure gives you a nice spot to mount it, makes it very simple. If there's not a bracket, sometimes it's fun trying to figure out where to mount them on these. So the trailer is powder coated. It's got a nice clean look. You'll notice it's got a nice gloss finish. Short Trac, probably 2 years ago, switched to the bullet LED lights. They're certainly brighter, pull less amperage, give a nice, clean, sleek design. So shown here is a 5x10. We also stock this in a 5x8, a 6x10, and a 6x12. A 7x12 is available, but it's not a stock unit for us. We also stock these in a 7x14 and a 7x16 tandem axle, 7,000 pound GVW. Single axles, even though they've got a 3,500 pound axle, they're going to be rated at 2990. To go over 2990, you would need brakes, and we find most customers on single axles do not desire to have brakes. Tandem axles would have brakes, and they would be on both axles. This particular 5x10 is going to weigh in close to 1,000 pounds. It's going to give you a net legal payload of about 2,000 plus your tongue weight. Tongue transfer via the ball is going to be about 15%. 15% of 3,000 pounds, about 450 pounds. So if you had the perfect balance between coupler and axle, you could get upward of 2,450 pounds legal payload on a trailer like this. Might sound different or hard to understand to some folks, but actually the bigger the trailer on a single axle, the less legal payload you're going to have, because as the trailer weight goes up, the payload goes down. If you have any questions on this or any of our other trailers, feel free to give us a ring at 717-220-4220, or you can visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.